Hey gang, so what you see before you is my entire Bath & Body Works White Barn Candle Company Slatkin Co candle collection. Although, actually I must admit, this is actually just the spring. We go 3-4 deep here. The spring 3 wicks, and then pan over here we've got our fall 3 wicks, and our summer 3 wicks. This is crazy, right? And then our holiday, which holiday's my favorite, and that's what I have the least of, which is interesting. So this obviously is just the 3 wicks and a couple of weird random ones we've got down here. I have, I don't know, 50 or 60 of the little 4-ounce single wicks or mason jars, mostly just the old 4-ouncers that are the little single wicks. Kind of a reality check to see how much I actually have here, and I haven't really purchased much over the past 6 months even, almost close to a year, just like here and there. But what I want to do, since I know folks love collection videos, I'm going to run through them, splice it all together to show you each and every candle. I promise not to talk too much about them. And I've tried to organize them, obviously, by season, and then also, just get some close-ups in here, also somewhat related to the collection they were released in, or maybe the year they were released in. Let's just go to the beginning of the year. With our lovely spring. So we start here with last year's Spring Street Sweet Shop collection. We had Cinnamon Sugar Donut, Pink Lemonade Pound Cake, which was a test scent, really delicious, Raspberry Peach Macaron, Honey Cinnamon Crumb Cake, which was actually a test scent brought back, and then this one failed, the lovely Lavender Marshmallow, and Pink Bubblegum. I haven't burned these ones yet. It's hard to because they're so great, and they're the only ones I have of them, and I think you all know how hard that is. Then we moved on to Lakeside collection from, I believe, early 2013. We had Forest Trail, Mahogany Teakwood, Summertime Soda, which I loved. I thought I had another one of those. Oh, I do. Goodness. Boathouse Row, the original Watermelon Lemonade, another Boathouse Row, Wildflower Valley, which I think did not go wide, Dockside, Campfire Cookout, another Forest Trail because it was incredible, Strawberry Picnic, Summertime S'mores, another Forest Trail, Lakeside to match your Dockside, and then Summertime Soda. Over here we've got a few randoms, like sort of aromatherapy-ish, a Lavender Vanilla. We've got Test Oak Moss and Vetiver, as well as a Mahogany Teakwood, 2 Whitewater and Birch, a Lavender Chamomile, Sandalwood Citrus, Oak Moss and Vetiver, and Sage and Cedar, which has turned into Black Tie, you've seen in many collections at this point, a Eucalyptus Spearmint, and then finally another Mahogany Teakwood in one of its various forms. Next we move on to some fun ones. Starting over here, this was test from last year, Golden Sunflower and Heirloom Greens, followed by Snap Peas, Lemon Verbena, Provence Garden 2014, Sweet Spearmint, which was a beautiful sweet mint that didn't go wide, Majestic Rose, French Lavender, another French Lavender, Lily of the Valley, which was kind of boring. I bought it because, you know, I was in a candle kick at the time, but it's not that great. Another Heirloom Greens, which I really liked, and another French Lavender because, again, can never have too many lavenders. Moving over to Lily Pond, which was a really weird failed test scent, ugly label, like 2013, I think. Like, what were they thinking? Summer Watermelon from the kind of original Fresh Picked collection, which we've got here moving up from 2012. Didn't go wide. A Southern Magnolia, which I loved, Lemon Mint Leaf, the original Lemon Mint Leaf, Green Grass, Honeydew and Thyme, really delicious, Mango Cilantro, again, amazing, delicious, I think everyone loves this, Sage and Cucumber, kind of a bad burn, but amazing scent. Same thing with Blackberry Grapefruit, beautiful blend. Tomato Garden, a beautiful blend. Really smelled like tomatoes, but sweet. Garden Mint, which is another amazing mint. And then I haven't even burned this one because it's so weird. Papaya Spice. So, like, that collection, just look, I mean, you know what the Fresh Picked ones were like, but then look at all the amazing ones that came into as tests that didn't go wide. Like, early 2012 was a great year for some of the spring collections. Then we move over to, this is a mix of actually 2012 and maybe 2014 even. On the left here, we've got Sugarberry Spritzer, the amazing Flower Shop, which only was out for 2 years and hasn't come back since this version you see here. Same thing with Drenched Apple Flower, came out just in 2012, never came back. Garden Party, which was just last year, 2014, excuse me. Same thing with Pink Petal Tea Cake. We've got Honeysuckle here, Garden Freesia, Spring, very nice. Didn't come back this year, which is strange. Verbena Waters, which you'll see a few collections, sometimes with spring candles, sometimes with summer candles. It's been around, or it was around until it didn't fail to come back from, I think 2011 it began. Bloom, aka First Bloom, which I love. And then Garden Party, which is another great one. Then let's move over to back again when I was in my major candle kick. Well, first I actually have a renew and refresh there, but back when I was in my major candle kick of buying everything I could get my hands on, we had the Destinations 2014 collection, which was a really big collection with a lot that didn't go wide. The first two here, Florida Provence, which I believe went wide, and then Sunny Saint Tropez, which was actually Suntan, which I think, aka Poolside, that most people loved. Then we just move right over to a bunch, I think, that didn't go wide. Magnificent Milan, Electric Tokyo, aka Tokyo Petals, Cafe Italia, which is not espresso bar, but it's a similar coffee scent, Havana Heat, also known as, or rather, interesting, the Magnificent Milan, also known as Mad About Madrid, same fragrance. I got two of those because I really loved it. The Greek Isles, Mahalo Maui, another Magnificent Milan, so I've got four of that same scent, kind of crazy, and then Bermuda Break, which also did not go wide, but really interesting. And then our final bunch for spring, we've got a random mix here. Italian collection was a lot of people's favorites. There was Gelato, Pizzeria, Espresso Bar, Sicilian Orange, Dolce, aka Vanilla Bean Noel, Bellini Cafe, which was really nice, Via Bergamot, another Espresso Bar, Tuscan Herbs, and another Pizzeria. And then over here we've got a few stragglers actually from the Spring Street Sweet Shop collection, Failed Test Scent Pineapple Cream Puff, and then two of the Can't Get Enough Cinnamon Sugar Donuts. Then over here we've got a couple of honeysuckles. This is from this year's collection. This is from, I think, maybe last year or the year before. The collection for honeysuckle, just again, love that one, can't get enough of it. Then you have an old fresh cotton, so strong but so good. Another Southern Magnolia. This was a test scent actually originally here back in 2012 or 2011 I think, that came out again in like 2012 or 13, but still failed to go wide, but really nice sweet. Paris Daydream, which you've seen a million times, aka Sparkling Icicles. Another amazing floral that was only out for 1 year back in 2011, Hydrangea. Lotus Flower from 2010, I think. Fresh Lemon, just a pure, fresh, amazing lemon. French Garden, that came out along with another Paris Daydream, another Fresh Cotton. Straggler here from the Fresh Pick 2012, Wild Strawberry. Pear, which I think was from spring. It may have been from one of their like random fall Fresh Picks. This was a test scent. I love this sucker. Lemon Cucumber from 2014's Fresh Picked collection, I believe. A good old standard Lilac Blossom, some version of Lemon Mint Leaf, Melon, which was maybe 2012, I think, 2013, another half used up pear, and then finally Garden Bouquet, which was out last year, and then it didn't come back this year, and I loved it. It was the closest thing we could find to a flower shop, like a really green, early daisy kind of grassy, almost floral. Didn't come back, so that's kind of a bummer. Okay, so for summer we've got sort of a wild mix here of true summer and then some other just random fresh collections that I've gathered throughout the years. So we're gonna start here down in the front with some old Aromatherapies. This was one of my all-time favorites. This is Lemongrass Cardamom. Loved it in all forms. It was around the same time as Bergamot Coriander, and they just don't make them like they used to. Failed Test Scent Vetiver, a lavender, which is essentially the French lavender that we saw a few years later, another vetiver, vanilla verbena, eucalyptus, which is just so strong and so good, green tea white pear. This is one of my first Slatkins I ever purchased. I don't have the heart to burn the last like inch of wax there. Just an incredible scent. One more eucalyptus. This was a test scent from 2011, I think. Really amazing eucalyptus citrus. Again, back then, they were just a little more simple, a little classier. They weren't trying to go crazy with marketing. They just called it what it was, and they were beautiful blends. Everyone knows Fresh Bamboo, a white citrus signature collection item, which is just weird. Aromatherapy, that year that they did the really pretty holiday collection of nighttime tea and like the vanilla cinnamon. This is the nighttime tea. And then just randomly French Baguette, which I think everyone loved because it smelled actually like the French Baguette. And then this was actually, I think, more of a holiday thing. It was a recipe winner collection. And this is frosted tangerine cake, kind of delicious. Two weird finds from the test stores. This is like a 20-some ounce, really large boxed lilac blossom. They did Flower Shop and lilac blossom for Mother's Day. Wish I would have grabbed Flower Shop instead. And then this is from, you know, maybe a year or two ago when they were trying to do like a boxed home collection. This was Ski Lodge, which actually ended up coming out in the Destinations collection. I think it's Havana Nights. But like a really pretty marketing. There's a full review on this if you want to check out one of my old videos, but back when they were figuring out like what White Barn could look like. So there's that. Then we've got a test collection sort of summary over here, the Eucalyptus Mint and collection. There were 8 candles in this collection. None of them went wide, although Eucalyptus Mint, whoa, we're starting to have falls here. Eucalyptus Mint and Rain actually has come back quite a bit as Eucalyptus Mint and Waves and like different, you know, Hawaiian and tropical collections. Number 2, I like the idea of this. It was just a little strange. Lilac was a nice one. The Apple, I actually haven't burned that one. The Guava, I actually got 3 of these. Guava, Eucalyptus, and Mint was delicious together, kind of creamy and sweet. The Rain, you know this one. It's a good one, but it's kind of weird. Number 5 was Eucalyptus, Mint, and Herbs, and the candle like appeared in almost no stores. I got the room spray of it, but it was just, I didn't like it. Eucalyptus Mint and Vanilla, just a softer one, and then Eucalyptus Mint and Spice, which was, it's weird, like the spice candle kind of with Eucalyptus and Mint. So weird collection. They were trying to take their most popular Aromatherapy and go wide with it, but wasn't a major hit. And then I guess we could say this candle collection video is in honor of my 3rd anniversary of Touch the Fire Twice, which is coming up at the end of June. And my very first videos, if anyone was around back then, were of this gold lid collection. This was before there were tons of reviewers on YouTube. Really, it was just a handful of people, including Karen sent my way. We did some test scents in mid-2011 together, and then when I discovered these at a local test store, no longer test store at this point, no one was talking about them. There were a few random posts on the Bath & Body Works Facebook, and I was so excited to share because I thought they were so classy and unique and sophisticated blends, and I just loved so many of them that I was like, well, I have to make a channel. And that's sort of how I got started, because I just really wanted to share this gold lid collection. Now, at this point, everyone has come and gone, seen these gold lids a million times, but this was the first time they ever appeared in anything, and that's when they were still, some of them I think even said Slatkin Co on them. So the weird thing is there were 2 collections, I swear I need to stop talking, but there were 2 different collections of this gold lid, which is why you see 2 Flirt here. Same label, but actually one of them is Emerald Waters, Sage, and Mandarin, which actually turned out to be Paris Daydream, aka Sparkling Icicles. And this other one here that was Mandarin, Pomegranate, and Citrus, which was close to an old summer candle. So they really tried 2 versions, like probably about 3 months apart, of this collection, and they still didn't end up going wide. And the first one was, no surprise, much better. And then the second version was kind of dumbed down, a little more generic repackages. And this is the first time that I was shocked with, OMG, this candle is totally, you know, XYZ. And I was shocked that they could repackage something, and then they did many, many, many times over. In fact, Refresh here, this is Crisp Ocean Air, is Seashore. Joy, which was a really lovely cinnamon. Peace was a cedar leaf, which I think, it's cedar balsam and amber. The original Flirt. Peace, which was, came out in the French collection as the lavender something, lavender spearmint. Smile, which was just a nice but generic citrus lemon. Passion was actually a version of black pepper bergamot. Comfort, patchouli was just like a vanilla sandalwood. Happiness, oh gosh, Happiness was so good. It was a mint, citrus, vanilla. To this day, nothing has topped this. It's so nice. And then finally, Hope, which was jasmine, bamboo grass. Essentially, this one was fresh bamboo repackaged. So again, not the most exciting thing in the world. Now I move into some of the more true, absolute summer scents from the Hawaiian collection, early 2014. White Orchid Lei, which is actually a test scent from there. Black Sands, and then Hawaiian Hibiscus. And then the Coastal Cool collection. I burned through some. As you can see here, there was one that I really, really, really loved, and that was Suntan, because it was actually beachside from way back 2010 that came back for the first time in 4 years, and I stocked up because I thought it wouldn't go wide, and in fact it didn't. It was a failed test scent. So we've got 2 beach days, 4 suntans, a Palm Leaves, a Coastal Cool, or rather Coastal Sun, and then Pacific Coast Highway, which I think also did not go wide, or was renamed. Maybe that was renamed Turquoise Waters or Eucalyptus Mint and Rain, or Waves, you know, something like that. And then a lot of these came back this year in one form or another. Then let's move to, let's go to the classic. These are some classic Slatkins from years ago. Again, some of them I haven't had the heartburn for a while. We'll start with Island Nectar. Just summer in a jar. Lemon Gelato was actually from, on the left side here, you'll see the original Summer Boardwalk collection. Before the Summer Boardwalk that you know and love came out, they did a collection, I think Fresh Picked Cherries was maybe right before that, but Lemon Gelato was part of that. Salty Caramel was then. Sparkling Mojito was in a drink collection in early 2011. Incredible. It only came out this one time, and it truly was a sparkling smelling candle. Ridiculous that they didn't come out with it again. Toasted Almond, I also loved that one. Very like shea butter, kind of like sophisticated home, not really an almond sort of boardwalk scent. Pink Sangria, the old classic. As you can see the line there about halfway down, it has an insane burn with like huge wicks. Sent my way Karen and I started referring to this as Pink Sangria burn, where a candle burns very fast, very hot, and very huge pools. Then Pomegranate Lemonade, which was one of the first summer scents I purchased from Slatkin Co. A really nice, as it sounds, pomegranate and lemonade. And then Cotton Candy, again, it was part of this right here Boardwalk collection, and I don't know why they didn't bring it out after that first year, because it's really a true, authentic cotton candy smell, but it has kind of horrible burn. Then we've got Beachside. This came out with, for the historians of Bath & Body Works, it was a trio, like a random late summer 2010 trio of Beachside, Coconut Leaves, and Mango Cilantro. Talk about 3 hits. Love that one. A little florally, you know, grandma-y, but love that one. Again, Island Nectar when it came out in the semi-annual sale. Mango Margarita. Come on, why didn't this go wide? Why didn't they bring it back? It would have been amazing alongside your Sparkling Mojito. Lime Ice was a true icy, pure lime, not like this weird lime that came out in spring 2015 for that Sparkling Limeade. This is a true lime ice that went along with this original Boardwalk collection here. Toasted Almond. We've got a Verbena Waters. This was like the second packaging of Verbena Waters. A really nice conceptual home scent. Pomegranate Passion, which actually, if you remember, there was a collection of soaps that was like, I think it was maybe Pomegranate Passion, Mango Margarita, and some sort of citrus, and they were like really brightly colored. It was a fun collection, and this pomegranate is like a floral, perfumey pomegranate, just like the soaps, which was at that point rare for them to do soaps that were similar to fragrance items, but home fragrance items, but this was a failed test scent. And then another Verbena Waters there, and then let me jump ahead here to the Destinations, the original Destinations collection, when London Calling came out, that everyone was obsessed with. Some, I think perhaps failed test scents mixed in here as well. Another London Calling, Sea to Santorini, Rio Glow, Sizzle and Samba, Meet Me in Tahiti, which was a really nice, the year after White Sands first came out in 2012. This was 2013. Meet Me in Tahiti came out, it was a white sand mixed with like a tiare and vanilla flower. Then again, we have the Meet Me in Tahiti, another one. We have Malibu Heat, Sunsets and Surfboards, which I actually hate. Moroccan Market, Amber and Incense, and then another London Calling, and then finally Aloha Waikiki, Hulas and Hibiscus. So that was the Destinations, I believe, mid-2013. A couple that I failed to mention right down in here, Island Margarita from this year, and then the original Coconut Leaves. Then we move on to sort of the height of test scent craze for me, at least, which was mid-2012, before they started blowing up with the phone orders and people couldn't get them anymore. And this was a really cool collection. I loved that it was all white wax, very cohesive labels, fun but still kind of classy and classic, and then a really wide array of true scents you'd find on the boardwalk. So of course, the Big Daddy Summer Boardwalk, everyone knows. White Sand, I love that. Similar to my beachside favorite. Saltwater Taffy, Suntan, aka Poolside, amazing. Beach Cabana, which is my top 5 of summer fragrances. And then we've got Again, another white sand, because I love it and it's hard to come by. Seashore, which is basically renew and refresh. And then root beer float, which also was kind of short-lived, didn't come around much after that at all. Then we've got nectarine green tea from the Summer Sips 2014 collection, followed by peach cilantro twists. We've got a couple of these, because this was finally a repackage of mango cilantro, which I was completely obsessed with, and I should have bought more. I have 3 here that are not burned, plus this little one, but it's that good I could have 10 of them. Then, this is 2012, I think, the Spring Tropical Collection, Mango Beachwood, really nice but horrible burn. White Palm, which I really, really liked. Seaside Escape, this is, along with Pomegranate Lemonade, Island Nectar, maybe Caribbean Salsa. These are like the original Slatkin summer scents. Seaside Escape has been around since at least 2009 or 10. It's hard to describe it without making this video incredibly long, but just an amazing summer scent that it's sad they don't bring it back. And then Sparkling Berry Fizz from Summer Sips last year, which was, again, aka Champagne Toast. Then we move over here, a couple random ones, an Island Margarita from the past couple of years, almost burned through, a Coconut Leaves, Beach Cabana, Raspberry Sun Tea from 2012 when they had a really nice cohesive summer drink collection. And it kind of smells like raspberry, like Lipton Nest Tea. White Barn, Renew and Refresh, ugly label, but a great scent. Again, it matches that old Seashore. Then we start up here with these 3, and we'll go down the line. I'll have to move some. We've got a Tiki Beach, which I really love. I'm happy that's become a core item. Again, another Beach Cabana, another Poolside. The new good one, a Summer Bonfire, another Pink Sangria. That was the last time this came out, I think 2012, or 2013 actually. Summer Boardwalk 2013. Then we've got Palm Beach Cooler, which I bought when I was, again, going crazy buying tons of test candles, and it smells like almost nothing. It's really kind of disgusting. I might as well honestly throw it away or give it away. Another Beach Cabana, love it. Oceanside, which actually Oceanside came out back with this Summer Boardwalk collection originally, but it was a little too dry smelling for me to love. Another Tiki Beach, another Summer Boardwalk. C.O. Bigelow, which actually is also owned by L Brands Limited, released Ocean, which is actually the same thing as Oceanside. And then another Raspberry Sun Tea, Malibu Smash, which was a test set, and my goodness, it was a really nice from that summer drink collection. And then this one, I feel like people don't talk about this enough. This was around for maybe 3 years. Island Colada. It was ginger, it was coconut, it was pineapple, just a really, really nice, rich, summery blend that wasn't as generic as like the 30 tropicals they have out right now. That's most of summer, although I will say this collection right here, which I'll do zoom in on, was released in, gosh, like around holiday, around the semi-annual sale 2013 to 2014. Mostly summery scents, but they acted like it was a holiday collection. Brown sugared apples, sweet clementine, cinnamon tea, which was the one truly unique scent, which was interesting, Merry Mango, and then sparkling berries and pears, which was very, very similar to cranberry pear Bellini. That does it for summer. Keep your hats on, maybe pause, take a bathroom break, come on back. We're gonna move on to the best season of them all, fall.